Good morning, students. Good morning to all. Welcome to Chemistry Online. Today we are going to discuss means after discussion of in previous class we discussed the Bohr's postulates, explanation of hydrogen spectrum, next Bohr merits and demerits, Bohr's theory, merits and demerits. Today we are going to discuss a dual behavior of matter. So matter having wave nature as well as a particle nature. Based on that idea, de Broglie proposed wave equation. So we are going to discuss. That is nothing but a dual behavior of matter. In that part, de Broglie's wave theory we are going to discuss. De Broglie's wave equation. So, according to de Broglie, matter have a dual behavior. That is nothing but dual behavior of matter. Means matter having both wave nature and a particle nature. So, matter means electron having both matter having wave nature as well as particle nature. Particle nature means a dual behavior of matter. That is matter having, so matter have both wave nature as well as a particle nature. Matter have wave nature as well as a particle nature. That is so dual behavior of matter. That indicates dual behavior. Dual behavior of matter. Based on this idea, de Broglie proposed de Broglie giving equation. That is nothing but a de Broglie's wave equation. So, based on this idea, de Broglie wave equation we are going to discuss. Based on that idea, de Broglie wave equation. Based on that idea, de Broglie wave equation, de Broglie proposed wave equation. De Broglie proposed wave equation. Okay, expression. So, now we are going to prove matter having means electron like small particles having, microparticles having both particle nature and wave nature. For that he is taken Planck's quantum theory, which proves that electron having particle nature, means electromagnetic radiation having particle nature. So for this expression he is taking Planck's quantum theory. So according to Planck's quantum theory, we know energy of radiation E equal to h nu. According to Planck's quantum theory, means from Planck's quantum theory, from Planck's quantum theory, electromagnetic radiation E equal to h nu. This is equal to h c by lambda, because nu equal to c by lambda. Nu equal to c by lambda. This is equation 1. So from Planck's quantum theory, from Einstein mass energy equation, from Einstein mass energy equation, E equal to mc square. This is equation 2. See, from 1 and 2, from 1 and 2, then 1 is nothing but h c by lambda, and this is equal to E equal to mc square. See, c cancel, then lambda equal to h by mc. The product of m into c equal to p. Then we may write lambda equal to h by p. Here lambda equal to wavelength, lambda equal to wavelength, h is equal to Planck's constant, h is equal to Planck's constant, then p equal to momentum, then p equal to momentum, means electron like small particles having, microparticles having both wave nature and momentum. So it proves that light having a dual nature, that is a dual behavior of matter. So matter have wave nature as well as particle nature, that is a dual behavior of matter. Based on that idea, de Broglie proposed wave equation. So expression from Planck's quantum theory E equal to h nu, because electromagnetic radiation E equal to h nu. In the place of nu, I am writing c by lambda. Then nu equal to c by lambda. On substituting h into c by lambda. So we know Einstein mass energy equation, mass energy equivalence equation. So E equal to mc square. Then h c by lambda equal to mc square. So c cancel. Then lambda equal to, so then lambda equal to h by mc. So mc is c, m is nothing but mass of electron and c is nothing but a velocity. The product of m and c is nothing but a p. So lambda equal to h by p. So lambda equal to wavelength, h is equal to Planck's constant, then m is equal to momentum. So lambda is inversely proportional to momentum. Lambda is inversely proportional to momentum. This was proved by de Broglie's wave theory. By proving this equation lambda equal to h by p, so we may consider that light having dual behavior, means wave nature as well as particle nature, wave nature as well as particle nature. So this is de Broglie's wave equation. So what I mean to say, lambda is inversely proportional to mass. From that you have to identify, so heavy mass particles means like stone, if you dropped from higher means from fifth floor to ground state, then how it drops straightly from fifth floor to ground state means if you drop paper, how it travel in wave motion. What I mean to say here, on comparing lambda equal to h by p, lambda equal to h by mc, lambda is inversely proportional to mass, means mass increases, lambda decreases, mass decreases, lambda increases, mean microparticles like electron having wave motion, means lambda is high because that is a less massed particle, very less massed particle. So this is confirmed that de Broglie's wave equation. Next, we are going to discuss Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Heisenberg uncertainty principle, which is the Heisenberg uncertainty principle is against to Bohr's theory. So Bohr's calculated energy of the electron, and at the same time Bohr's calculated velocity of the electron also. Bohr's calculated. But according to Heisenberg uncertainty principle, it is impossible to calculate position of the electron and velocity of the electron simultaneously and accurately. For example, see, it is a nucleus. Electron revolve around the nucleus in circular path at the rate of high speed. When electron revolving around the nucleus in circular path, so finding its position and its velocity, it is very difficult, means it is very impossible according to Heisenberg uncertainty principle. But Bohr calculated the velocity of the electron, means the Heisenberg uncertainty principle is against to Bohr's theory. Okay. So this is a nucleus and it is a electron. When it is revolving around the nucleus at the rate of high speed, and it is very difficult to calculate its velocity and its position. That is nothing but a Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Heisenberg uncertainty principle. What is Heisenberg uncertainty principle means? It is impossible to determine the position, exact position and velocity of the electron simultaneously and accurately. It is impossible. It is impossible to determine the exact position, and momentum of an electron, exact position and momentum of an electron an electron simultaneously and accurately. Simultaneously and accurately. Okay, it is impossible to determine the exact position and momentum, means velocity. In the place of momentum we may take velocity of an electron simultaneously and accurately. This is Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Mathematically we may express this Heisenberg uncertainty principle delta x into delta p is greater than or equal to h by 4 pi. In the place of p we may write mv, the product of mv, then delta x into mv, delta mv is greater than or equal to h by 4 pi. Then delta x into delta v is greater than or equal to h by 4 pi m. So it is a simplification of Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Here delta x is equal to uncertainty in the position of electron. Delta v equal to uncertainty in the velocity of electron. Next, pi 22 by 7. This is a 3.14. So m equal to mass of electron. Then h is equal to Planck's constant. So this is the way. Here he given two conclusions. What are conclusions means? See here, you have to know conclusions. So first one is nothing but if delta x equal to 0 means accurately calculated, then delta v what happened? Infinite. So here if delta x is equal to 0, this is I am taking 0, then delta v equal to infinite, okay, or infinity. Then if delta v equal to 0, then delta x is infinity, like this. Okay, so it is impossible to calculate exact position and momentum of an electron simultaneously and accurately when it is revolving around the nucleus at a high speed. So according to Heisenberg given this type of conclusions. So here you have to know the importance of Heisenberg uncertainty principle. What is the importance of Heisenberg uncertainty principle means? So according to Bohr, electrons revolve around the nucleus in circular paths, he said that. But according to him, so that particular path is rules out, means that particular path is neglected. So Heisenberg neglected that particular path of electron. So that is nothing but it rules out the definite path of the electron and other particles. That is its significance. That is its significance. One more significance. So Heisenberg uncertainty principle signifies the motion of the microscopic particles only, but not macroscopic particles. The motion of the macroscopic particles is neglected. So this is nothing but importance, is nothing but significance of Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So this is Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Next, significance. Significance means importance. Significance of Heisenberg uncertainty principle. First one, it neglected the definite paths of electrons and other particles. That is nothing but it rules out the definite path of electrons, path of electrons and other particles. It rules out the definite path of electrons and other particles. Then second one, it signifies the motion of microscopic particles only. It signifies the motion of microscopic particles only. Microscopic particles only. It neglected the motion of macroscopic particles. It neglected the motion of macroscopic particles. So this is the significance of Heisenberg uncertainty principle. We discussed de Broglie's wave theory. According to de Broglie, having electron means microscopic particles like electron having both wave nature and particle nature. According to this, having both dual behavior of matter. But Bohr's fails to explaining dual behavior of matter. Bohr's theory fails to explaining dual behavior of matter. Next, this is about classical mechanical theory. But we are going to discuss further explanations. We are going to discuss further knowing for knowing the further atomic models. So quantum mechanical theory. Quantum mechanical model of atom we have to discuss. So what is quantum mechanical model of atom? We are going to discuss now. Quantum mechanical model of an atom. Quantum mechanical model of an atom. So according to this electrons revolve around the nucleus in XYZ axis only. XYZ axis only. So according to classical mechanics, it proves that motion of microscopic particles but not macroscopic particles. So according to this, it proves that motion of the macroscopic particles also. So for that quantum mechanical model of an atom we have to discuss. It was proposed by Erwin Schrödinger and Werner Heisenberg independently. Proposed by Erwin Schrödinger and Werner Heisenberg. Werner Heisenberg. So independently so for knowing the motion of microscopic particles like electron in the atom, so he is given a wave equation for that orbit. According to Schrödinger, electron revolve around the nucleus in wave motion on XYZ axis only. For example, it is the nucleus. So electrons revolve around the nucleus on the basis of three-dimensional axis. It is x-axis, and it is a y-axis, and it is a z-axis. So on these axes, electron revolving in wave motion like this. Here also. Like this. Here also. Like this. Electron revolving around the nucleus along with the x, y, z axis in wave motion. So for this constant orbit, he is given a equation that is nothing but a Schrödinger wave equation. So we have to discuss about a Schrödinger wave equation. So tomorrow we will discuss Schrödinger wave equation. So this is briefly about Heisenberg uncertainty principle, de Broglie's wave theory, and quantum mechanical model of atom. Quantum mechanical model of an atom. It is proposed by Erwin Schrödinger and Werner Heisenberg independently. So according to Schrödinger, electrons are revolve around the nucleus in based on x, y, z axis in wave motion. So like this.